Atashgah got a bye.
Korea, Israel, Bulgaria, Azerbaijan, and Sri Lanka, and the referee from Guatemala, Mr. Pastor Emerson.
So Atashgah of Iran in the red there, Ruslanas ZALYS of Lithuania in the blue.
Round one.
Atashgah, southpaw. ZALYS in the blue orthodox. And we know what ZALYS will try and do. He's just inching his way in there. And any minute, he'll just let those hands go. Any second, rather, he'll let those hands go. He just creeps in. And then when he feels he's close enough, he'll try and get to work. Darting right hand there from ZALYS. They're both just pawing with those lead hands. They're both in range there. Neither one really wants to commit first, and that's decent from Atashgah. Just steps to ZALYS, who bounces back into the ropes. Nice long left hand there again from Atashgah. He's shaping with the right there. ZALYS didn't throw it, got caught by a right himself. He's just taking a little bit too long to let his hands go here, ZALYS, because he's creeping, and then doesn't really punch. And then when he doesn't, Atashgah thinks, well, if you won't, I will. And 2 or 3 times he's done so to good effect. Good right hand there to finish that exchange from Atashgah. ZALYS got through to the body with a couple, though. ZALYS being made to look a bit clumsy by Atashgah in this opening round so far. He is quite crude in his approach, the Lithuanian. I think that's fair to say. Good 1-2 there from Atashgah. He needs that snap. We've seen quite a few fights today in Ring B where there's been a come-forward fighter. There's been a fighter in the other corner with a height advantage, with a reach advantage, and they just haven't used it. They haven't had that stiff jab, that sharp 1-2, and they've not been able to keep the front foot fighter off them. Atashgah looks like he does have that. And when ZALYS comes forward, he'll just crack him with the jab, try and crack him with that southpaw left hand, stop him in his tracks. You have to have that against a fighter like this, really. Left to the body there from Atashgah. And ZALYS just keeps coming forward. He will keep coming forward all night. Left to the pit of the stomach there from Atashgah. And ZALYS turned southpaw there. Threw a decent southpaw jab too. Final 10 seconds of round one. ZALYS back to orthodox. Long left hand there from Atashgah. Didn't quite get there. End of the first. Atashgah gets it across the boards. It's quite clearly his round. Good to see him using that jab left hand. As I say, he's got that little bit of fight. Not much on ZALYS, but stylistically, he's got that in his armoury. And that's what you need when you've got somebody coming in on you all the time, walking in on you. You've got to give them something that stops them in their tracks. Otherwise, if you don't have that, you'll end up on the inside in a swing-up, really, and you have to take your chances on who comes off best. Right hand to the body there from ZALYS was a good shot, but he did get in close. So left hand, quite a sharp left hand there from Atashgah. Goes southpaw again here, ZALYS. Didn't see him do that in his opening fight. Just trying something a little bit different. Right to the body was a good shot there from Atashgah. And there's the 1-2, and works to the body again. ZALYS can take a shot, whether it's upstairs or down. Right to the body from ZALYS. He's landed that a few times in this round. I'm not sure about the switching for ZALYS. I think he might be better off just staying orthodox, sticking to the plan here, trying to trust the process. Because we're getting towards the midway point of round 2 here, and Atashgah is still landing. He's having the better of this round so far, but he's having to work hard. ZALYS has got to keep that pressure on, make him work every single second. And you just don't know, maybe he'll get back into this at some point. Right hand there, though. Left hand rather from Atashgah landed. There's a bit of tape trailing from the wrist there. Like I said, ZALYS, the way he fights, he's got to just keep that pressure on, because it's asking a lot of any opponent to produce the required quality and work rate. As I said, just to keep him at bay. A left hand there from Atashgah. He almost collided with the camera in the corner there, the Iranian fighter. Atashgah's in red, just a reminder, ZALYS in blue. Just slightly hesitant there, ZALYS and Atashgah, as he did in the first round. Just took the invitation. There was nothing really happening, and through that left hand, ZALYS is still coming forward. He's doing what he needs to do here, but he's going to find himself 2 rounds down at the end of this second. He's just struggling to make an impact on Atashgah, really. He's a skillful fighter. The Iranian, a skillful fighter. He's got good movement, and he can crack a bit too, and that's absolutely crucial. Like I said, when you're up against someone who's going to walk you down and try and walk through you, basically. If you can't punch hard enough to give them something to think about, then you've got a big problem, but he can, and that's why he's 2 rounds to 0 up.
Seconds out, please. Third round.
So into the third. Farhad MORADI, Atashgah of Iran in control of this one. 2 rounds up with all 5 judges. Ruslanas ZALYS of Lithuania with a mountain to climb. It's been a good fight to watch, though. ZALYS always aggressive, trying to make things happen, that kind of rough, muscular approach. But in Atashgah, he's come up against someone who's got that superior skill set but somebody who can also crack a bit when he needs to. Big roar from the Iranian corner there as that left hand came in. Right to the body there from ZALYS. He has had some success, but not as much as he would have hoped to have had, given how hard he's worked. And he shows absolutely no sign whatsoever of slowing up either, the man in blue. Cutting off the ring on Atashgah is quite a difficult thing to do. I wouldn't say ZALYS is hugely skilled in that department. He does tend to follow him around a bit. Good left hand again there. He's not looked puzzled by anything that he's been hit by, ZALYS. As I said, he's got a solid chin. Right hand to the body there from Atashgah. He's shown good variety too. He's not all about that 1-2 that has been most profitable for him, really. He slips to the right hand side, throws that right to the body. That's a shot he looks for, and ditches that left hand over the top. So final few seconds. And it will be Atashgah who will go through to the next round in this fiercely competitive welterweight division that contains 36 fighters. It is the most populated division in the men's section. Good fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the decision about number 114. The winner with points with unanimous decision from the red corner, Farhad MORADI ATASHGAH from Iran.
So a comfortable win there for Atashgah, 3 rounds to 0 on all 3 judges' scorecards, and it was a fairly easy one to score. ZALYS was competitive all the way through, but as discussed, Atashgah just had too much for him. He's just the more skillful, better boxer.